The US government is considering mandatory implementation of the E-Verify program as part of its immigration enforcement measures. This and other news next on Latin America Screening News. The US government is considering mandatory implementation of the E-Verify program as part of its immigration enforcement measures. The White House is seriously considering a proposal to implement the program nationwide as part of its immigration reform. The measure would affect not only illegal workers, but also those who are already legally working in the country. Nearly all illegal workers passed the system last year. However, legally documented workers have been the most impacted, with almost 760,000 jobs held up by the system since 2006. Although the US has focused most efforts against illegal immigration on its southern border, there has been little attempt to go after employers who hire illegal workers. According to a study conducted by the Transactional Records Access Clearinghouse and published by the New York Times from March 2018 to March 2019, only 11 employers faced legal proceedings for hiring undocumented workers. And Peru's president proposes a political reform aimed at fighting acts of corruption by public employees. President Martín Azcárraga received the backing of the Congress to carry out political reforms to address corruption. In the wake of the massive car wash or Lava Jato case that has embroiled a number of governments in the region, the president recently proposed the reform as a means to combat corruption by public employees. Among other aspects, the reform will modify parliamentary immunity as well as the requirements for individuals to apply for public office. In addition, it will include regulations on financing political parties and to promote gender parity in the country's public institutions. With these changes, the president hopes to eliminate behaviors that have enabled corruption to occur between public officials and businesses. MultiLatin Background Screening marks 8 years of advancing secure contracting in Latin America. Since beginning operations in 2011, MultiLatin has been inspired to become leading provider of contracting intelligence in Latin America and the Caribbean. Headquartered in Mexico City, MultiLatin's operations continue to grow, and year after year the number of background checks it performs for companies in strategic sectors of the region's economy increases. MultiLatin's solid growth is based on 5 key principles: client service, technology adherence to local laws, social commitment, and international standards for background screening. Its corporate background check programs align with best compliant practices for safeguarding applicants' private data. Advancing secure contracting is what inspires the MultiLatin team, who are keenly aware that trust forms the basis for business with global companies in the region. That's all for now. Don't forget to check out our blog at multilatin.com for more news on the most relevant background screening issues in Latin America. I am Alejandro Millán, Director for Philo and the Content Partner for MultiLatin.